In this video, we are going to do an introduction to exponents. So let's begin by figuring out what an exponent is. So an exponent tells you how many times to multiply the base by itself. Here is an example. Here we have 3 as our base and 2 as our exponent. We could read this as 3 to the second power, or we could read it as 3 squared. Squared is just another name for an exponent of 2. You might even hear it be read as 3 raised to the second power, or 3 with an exponent of 2. In this example, 3 raised to the second power represents 3 times 3, which equals 9. This equals 3 times 3 because this is saying, okay, take your base of 3 and multiply it by itself twice. So if we have these examples down here, x raised to the power of n means multiply x together n times, where n could be any number. So 10 raised to the second power is 10 times 10, multiplying 10 twice, and that gives us an answer of 100. 2 raised to the third power, or 2 cubed, means multiply your base of 2 3 times. 2 times 2 times 2, which gives us 8. 3 raised to the fourth power means multiply your base of 3 1, 2, 3, 4 times. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 is 81. And then 4 raised to the fifth power means multiply 4 5 times, giving us 1024. Now we're going to practice evaluating exponential expressions. And I want you to look on your calculator. Different calculators have different buttons for exponents. You might see a caret button that looks like this. Sometimes phones and some calculators have an exponent button that looks like xy or a to the power of b. If we were to do this first one using our calculator, let's say you have the caret button, this little arrow up here, then in your calculator, you would type in 2 caret button 5 or 2xy 5 or 2a to the b 5. I'm going to show you what I mean using Desmos. Desmos has our a to the b button. So I'm going to do my base of 2, my exponent button of a to the b, and then 5. And when I do that, we can see that we get 32 as our answer. So here this is 32. 3 raised to the third power, so I'll do 3 exponent button 3, and I get 27. Let's see if I can go side by side here. There we go. So this is going to give me 27. 4 raised to the second power is 16. 5 raised to the fourth power is 625. 10 raised to the third power is 1000. What I would like you to do is go ahead and pause the video and try and evaluate examples 6 through 10. So try these 5 on your own. When you do this, 1 raised to the sixth power is 1. 6 raised to the power of 4 is 1296. 8 raised to the second power is 64. 9 raised 9 raised to the third power is 729. And 12 raised to the first power is 12. So that is how you evaluate using your calculator. If we look at the next page of our notes, it says, let's look at the exponential expression 2 raised to the power of x. Here 2 is the base and x is the exponent. X is a variable that represents a number. So we can fill out a table of values for 2 to the x. So if I want to plug in 1 for x, I'm just replacing the x with these numbers here. So that would give me 2 to the first. Well, 2 to the first is just 2. If I replace the x with 2, 2 squared is 4. 2 cubed is 8. 2 to the fourth is 16. 2 to the fifth is 32. And 2 to the sixth is 64. Let's practice doing that down here. So again, we're going to take these x values and plug them in for our exponent. So here I'll have 3 raised to the first power. Notice how when I write my exponent, I'm writing it small and up high. It's not at the same level as the 3. 3 to the first power is just 3. 3 to the second power is 9. And if you're not sure, you can use your calculator. 3 to the third power is 27. And then 3 to the fourth power is 81. And again, if you're not sure about any of these, you could plug them all into your calculator. Go ahead and see if you can fill out this one for 4. Again, you're just going to be taking each of these x values and plugging them in for the exponent. So if I look at this one, if I do 4 raised to the power of 1, we get 4. 4 raised to the power of 2 is 16. 4 raised to the power of 3 is 64. And 4 raised to the power of 4 is 256. Let's try that down here for this one. 5 raised to the first power is 5. 5 raised to the second power is 25. 5 raised to the third power is 125. And 5 raised to the fourth power is 625. 10 raised to the first power is 10. 10 raised to the second power is 100. 10 raised to the third power is 1000. And 10 raised to the fourth power is 10,000. So that is our introduction to exponential expressions and exponents.